In 2013, the National Center for Education Statistics reported that approximately 41% of 18 to 24-year-olds are enrolled in some form of post-secondary education. As emerging adults, many of us, including myself, set off on this journey with a cautionary tale from our parents. Study and don't party too hard. I laughed, like I think many of you did, because it's college, the first time on my own I knew that I could handle it. But could there be a grain of truth to what they're warning about? Today, we will be learning about the cognitive developments during emerging adulthood and its role in collegiate drinking, contributing factors and consequences that result from the college drinking style, and finally, what measures are currently being put in place today to aid students. Emerging adulthood is a time of exploration, self-focus, and possibilities, where we can also feel like we're stuck in between roles and feel unstable. At this time, self-regulation, the parts of our brain that control self-regulation are still not fully developed, especially for long-term self-regulation. This increases our instances of alcohol use, which also undermines our short-term regulation as well. In a survey conducted by Dr. Aaron White and Ralph Higgins in 2013, 60% of college students report past month drinking, and of those who drink heavily, more than 1/3 report a heavy drinking episode, at least in the past 2 weeks. Heavy drinking, defined in here, is 4 or more in one sitting for women, and 5 or more in one sitting for men. And additionally, they find that 1 in 5 men and 1 out of 10 women in this study exceed twice this threshold. If this is the case with college students, what are some of the contributing factors to such heavy drinking? First, we can look at some risky habits. For instance, we can look at pre-gaming. For those who don't know, pre-gaming is defined as drinking hard alcohol or beer in a short time frame before a party for rapid intoxication. Research shows that those who pre-game before regular drinking episodes actually have higher blood alcohol concentration than those who do not pre-game. Then we also have another part of the college drinking style, drinking games. Common examples like beer pong are prevalent within the college community, and heavy drinking games like chugging and keg stands account for many of our highest blood alcohol concentrations. Besides the culture of drinking, there are many environmental and temporal factors that contribute to drinking at this age. There's weekend drinking and weekday drinking, something commonly known as Thirsty Thursdays. Interestingly enough, college students can create their own schedules and create academics around drinking more comfortably throughout the week. We all know that the most important time for any college student isn't an exam, it's the holidays and breaks that we have. And we also know that St. Patrick's Day and spring break are also coinciding with drinking. We create holidays around alcohol use. And finally, a rite of passage for many young Americans today, 21st birthdays. At this time, research shows that is the highest blood alcohol concentration an individual will experience in their lifetime up until that point. And for those who are not used to such high concentrations of alcohol, this could be very dangerous for them. Further studies in 2016 by Irene Neiser and her colleagues at the University of Washington have looked at long-term drinking habits, and it showed that those who drink on their 21st birthday have a higher peak of drinking episodes throughout the entire year. Besides the effects that we commonly attribute to maybe a hangover, there are also negative interpersonal effects as well. Increased rates of physical altercations, other crimes like public intoxication, sexual assault are also on the rise. We also see a startling increase in substance abuse among college-age students. This also attributes to poor academics and dropout rates, as we can see that those who are hungover or don't want to go to class, they don't go to class. Maybe not surprisingly, such drinking habits come with an interesting caveat. You see that college drinking individuals, opposed to their non-college drinking friends, they drink more, maybe unsurprisingly. Today, psychologists are crafting different interventions based on data that is in an effort to minimize the risk of when drinking. There are harm prevention and harm reduction approaches that are most effective for people in that age group, as opposed to those that are focused on abstinence-based, like a DARE program in elementary schools. There are also developmental interventions focusing on future job performance and academic performance as well. And there are also assisting freshmen in the transition of college and providing substance-free housing options. In conclusion, research today shows that our parents' warning holds a grain of truth. Emerging adults are susceptible to many aspects of their expanding culture. Yet, that doesn't mean that every person who drinks in college is going to fail their classes. There's not enough research that focuses on the positive aspects that come with social drinking. There are also limitations in research designs. Many mental health conditions such as depressive disorders and anxiety disorders coincide with alcohol use, which may muddle results. Hopefully in the future, a more well-rounded understanding on collegiate drinking and its effects will emerge. Thank you.